My husband, Tony, and his best friend, Roo, they own a tattoo shop.
My wife, Heather, called the show because she's been accused of stealing money from the shop. It's been counted by my business partner, Roo.
I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to steal from my husband or from a friend that I've known for 12 years.
While Roo was out sick, Heather and I just manned the shop for a while, finished up my tattoo.
I couldn't have got to the keys because the keys are hanging on the wall by his head. You have to use a key to open the till. And Roo and Tony are the only two that have the key.
When the money finally he counted it and came up missing, he just did the process of elimination of who could have been. He believes and trusts in me that I wouldn't take anything, plus it's my shop, so if I wanted money, all I have to do is say something to him. He knew that his wife was with him, sick, so that leaves only one other person, which is my wife, Heather.
That weekend, Roo only counted $700. When we opened the shop on Tuesday, there was only $350. I didn't know how much money was there. He says he wrote down how much money was in there. I don't know where the money went. I wish I did, so I could help him.
I'm stuck between best friend, business partner, and my wife. I mean, something had to happen, obviously. There has to be a rhyme or a reason for it.
Roo banned me from the tattoo shop. It hurts because I love being at the tattoo shop. This was supposed to be our dream. I'm actually going to school right now to get my GED so I can become the piercer at the tattoo shop.
She's saying it's not her, so it could possibly be that Roo is wanting to put a wedge in between us, kind of divide us. I'm just not really for sure. Like I said, I don't want to point fingers at one or the other.
My husband doesn't know what to believe. Me and Roo, we're not friends no more. We hate each other. He's not allowed at my house, and I don't like doing that to him because he has been a really good friend.
It's hard to trust my wife when there's been issues before about lying, even when I've confronted her about it. Like I had to get upset for her to finally say, yeah, I did. I'm just kind of torn of what should I do if she isn't telling the truth.
I took the lie detector test to prove to my husband, to Roo, that I did not take that money. I want an apology, especially from Roo, and apologies from my husband. I want all of us to be a family again.
We finally know if one is telling the truth, she can come back. If he's not, then we deal with it, we go from there.
I'm not a thief, and I will never be a thief. It tears my heart apart. And I had to bring him all the way here just to prove to him that I did not steal the money from the shop.
Roo, that's your best friend, a business partner on a tape, along with his wife. Who do you believe took the money?
I mean, I got to be completely honest, just with the facts at hand, I feel that it's Heather. Tony owns the shop. He could take anything that he wants. He could give me a call, told me, hey man, I took $300, $400. No problem. I'll go to the shop, I'll snag me $400, so he has no reason to.
Right.
And she has lied before, so it's kind of hard. Like he said on the tape, I mean, he's confronted her and, had the evidence right there, and she still denied it. So it's kind of hard to say, like, oh, so this time you're telling the truth?
So is that why you believe Heather stole the money?
It's a family-ran business, and it's only four of us. It's Tony and his wife, it's me and my wife. And when something like this happens, I'm not just gonna instantly point my finger at somebody. I'm gonna go through the facts. I'm gonna go through the evidence.
But you didn't steal it.
Yeah, I know I didn't steal it.
You know your wife didn't steal it because she was homesick, right?
She was home with me.
How long have you known Tony?
I've known Tony for about, I think we're about going on 4 years.
Yeah. And you trust him?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I trust him more than anyone in this world.
Even your wife?
She
Alrighty,
might have made a couple lies herself, but...
Well, but, there's lies that, you try not to make waves. And then there's lies that, you get caught, they're pretty bad. Did you ever confront Heather and say, hey, did you take that money?
We haven't talked about it at all until recently on New Year's, where things got a little heated and it got brought up. And, I was like, what happened? You know, what happened? What do you have to say, you know? And it kind of got brushed off, and it's like I was the one who was trying to bring it up and be like, okay, well, let's talk about facts. This is what we know. So if you didn't do it, fine. What do you think happened then?
Right.
What could have happened? Come back to the shop on, him and Heather came to the shop on Monday to drop off some supplies, and then we don't open until Tuesday. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Come in Tuesday, just me and him, just like we do every day, and I opened the till because I knew the money was in there and I was gonna put it in the safe, and I count it, and I'm like, Tony, money's missing, you know? And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I counted it before I left. Remember I told you, look at this, I wrote it on the back of the paper, money's missing. So he was like, well, you know, could you have miscounted it? And I'm like, nah, man, my wife watched me count it. I remember setting it down, and that difference between 300 and 700 when you're counting it.
You wrote it down.
And the fact that I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So that's when we started running the facts. Let's check cameras, because every time somebody comes into the shop, we instantly get it, videotapes them, and it sends it to both of our phones.
Right.
Let's check the phones. Did anyone come in the shop? No. So I was like, dude, it was you and Heather at the shop. That's it. That's what the facts, that's what the cameras, that's what the proof says.
Now, Heather says you banned her from coming to the shop
Yes.
because you think she stole the money.
I think she stole the money.
But that's got to create a lot of tension, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. And then too, though, I told her, if you stole the money, I understand, times get tough. So set up a payment plan, $50 a month or something, I'll forget this ever happened. It never happened, you know? And she's very adamant. That's a pretty sweet deal. She's adamant, and look at now, here we are.
But it was her idea to call the show.
It was her idea.
Wow.
It was her idea.
Any chance your wife would have slipped in, took the keys?
It would have been on the camera.
Every
time you walk in to a room, it instantly, for 15 seconds, videotaped your face. But that's why I couldn't see anybody going into the till, because it's only 15-second increments.
Right.
Years I was your friend. I have never stolen from you. Never in my life have I ever stolen from you, and I never will.
Have lied and been deceitful in the past, and I'm only going off of facts. I'm only going off of what the cameras say, and I'm only going off by the people who were there.
Okay, but your wife was there too with me.
She was with me. When I counted the money,
yes,
I was the last one to touch the money. I counted the money, I put it into the till, I shut it, and then me and Alex left, and she was with me the whole time. So let alone does she have an alibi because she was with me, she also didn't show up on the camera.
We weren't even in Madras when the money came up.
You guys came back Monday. You guys came back Monday and put stuff into the tattoo shop after you were out over in wherever. So I don't understand that either. So twice you and Tony were at the shop by yourselves before you left, and then on Monday. I didn't even come into the shop until Tuesday, and the cameras prove it.
Time ago. For one, I helped with that shop. Why would I want to steal from it?
I'm not going to take away from the fact that you slightly helped. But you guys were gone, and you know where you were at. I did all the woodwork myself. I put 10 G's down for that shop.
And I appreciate what you did.
I put in all the time and effort into the shop. And it's $350. I don't even care. It's the principle.
But if I would have taken it, I would have told you.
Why do you lie?
Because he came in between me and my husband.
How did he do that?
And pushed us apart.
How did he do that?
Because my husband was spending more time with him than he was me.
I'm the one who let you live at my house for free.
And I appreciate that.
I'm the one who helped with this business opportunity. I'm the one to tell your husband to get back with you after you did that stuff to him and you separated.
Whatever.
Get out of here with this.
What did you do that separated you and your husband?
I was talking to somebody.
Well, a man, I'm guessing.
Yes, I talked to a man. And that was it.
Why were you talking to the man?
Because of me. Because I was coming in between her and her husband.
My husband was pushing me away.
Okay.
Because
so were you developing like a romantic situation with the other man?
No, it was just...
Sexy face, come on now.
It was...
How does it make you feel that your own husband doesn't trust you?
It hurts. But I do know that.
He ain't got it.
Here, you know, as according to Roo, you two guys are best friends, business partners. He explains that he's done a lot for you and your wife. Took you in,
Yeah.
place to stay, free rent, free water, free everything. Did you take the money, Tony?
No. I had no reason to. And if I wanted to, I could just let him know that I need to borrow this. Have in the past, so.
So it would make no sense for you to take the money.
No.
Yeah. So somebody had to fail here. It's kind of, and I want to say you,
It's okay.
but it seems too easy. So I'm thinking you'd be such the obvious one to fail here, but I'm thinking maybe it's you. Is it you?
No, it's not me.
And we asked you, was there money missing from the tattoo shop? You answered yes. Did you fabricate the story of the missing money in the tattoo shop? You answered no. Do you know what happened to the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Do you know who stole the money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you spend the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you steal the money at the tattoo shop? You answered no. The results came back the same to each one of those 6 questions, and it came back that Roo told the truth. We asked Tony, do you know what happened to the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Do you know who stole the money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you spend the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you steal the money from the tattoo shop? You answered no, and the results came back all the same to those 4 questions. You told the truth to all 4 of those questions. We asked Heather, do you know what happened to the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Do you know who stole the money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you spend the stolen money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. Did you steal the money from the tattoo shop? You answered no. The results came back all the same to those 4 questions, and it came back that Heather did not tell the truth.
What happened?
I just told you.
Did you take the money?
Yes.
Everything that I would have helped with, wouldn't it have been easier just to ask
Sure.
or to talk to your husband?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you really thought you were going to beat the test. You watch the show all the time. I don't even watch the show.
Okay.
No offense. I just work too hard. You watch it all the time. And you're like, yeah, you know, I'm that one.
He does have a good point. Did you think that you could beat the test?
So you just wanted to come
No.
out?
I know, like, it's going to be difficult for you, but this is your wife. She kind of, you know, puts you in a really embarrassing situation. What do you do?
I'm probably going to take a day just to figure it out.
Anything you want to say to your husband?
I'm sorry, I love you. I didn't mean to.
Well, you meant to.
Well,
You
I
could've
didn't
just
mean to
told us.
hurt you.
Could have just told me.
He is your husband.
Well, I know we needed it, but
And you
all
know,
you have to do is ask.
and you know I got to do this, right?
Sorry.
You got to get the
the
hell
hell
off
off
my
your
stage. We all wish you a lot of luck. And whatever happens with Heather, I hope this doesn't affect your relationship.
Oh, well.
Thank you very much. Good luck, sir. Nice meeting you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.